2, 3, fire!
Knights, Vikings, Samurai, Woolen, Outlander, 4. JC!
Welcome back, Warriors. We're so happy you're here with us today, so we can dive more deeply into the Afeera and all the
JC
gameplay and
is
awesome
back.
stuff that goes along.
The man
with it.
himself.
So, you saw the reveal, you saw the trailer, you heard the lore, you saw the armor. So now let's get into the nitty-gritty about how she actually plays and animates, and who better to help us understand all of this than JC and Vanessa. Welcome back to the show, both of you.
Thank you.
Absolutely. I mean, I'm sure everybody knows who you are, but just, in case, do you want to kind of introduce to the audience, anybody new watching, who you are, what you do
Who
here?
doesn't know GC?
I don't know.
You
but,
should know JC.
Go ahead. So I'm team lead game design. I'm responsible for the fight team in general, a lot of other things, but take care of a lot of heroes, balancing that sort of stuff.
Awesome.
Vanessa.
And I'm the team lead animation, so it's counterpart in the animation team.
Yeah.
Amazing. So the fight, the animation, all the things that put the character
I feel like
into the game.
Vanessa is that kind of girl that you would want to hang out with.
That's awesome. I'm excited. Let's dive into
She
this.
seems
So
cool.
first up, one of the first
I like
things
her.
we always kind of like talk about is, can you give us some explanation about, what went into this character? Like, what was your inspiration, all that stuff? Do you want to talk a bit about that?
Yeah. So, as Stefan mentioned earlier, right? One of the concepts that we used for this hero was what he called, rightfully so, relentless reach. Right. So, relentless reach in this case does not mean a super long weapon.
Okay.
Doesn't mean like hitting super far away, but it does mean that whenever she wants to reach somebody, she will reach somebody.
She's gonna get there.
So that's like one of the big pillars that we had there. So we really tried to focus around making sure she was like super
That doesn't
agile
sound good.
around the battlefield.
Is that her new
And I think
gimmick?
it's
She could
super
go ahead and
animation.
like grab
Yeah.
you, kind of like how
Exactly, that was
Scorpion
really
does. So like,
something
get over
because
here.
She has to be
That'd be
agile,
cool.
but with a blunt weapon in a way. So
Yeah.
we had to make it like, like she's in control of her weapon, but when she's gonna bonk you, like
Yeah.
It's
gonna
the
bonk.
word of the day, by the
I
way.
think
I
so,
love
yeah.
it so much.
Brian
yeah.
did that good.
If we just get bonk in the chat for everybody.
Yeah.
Awesome.
And then the other aspect we're really focusing on is something I would like to call like every stance matters. So for this hero, we're trying something a little bit different. Like sometimes, you might be used to playing some heroes and, like for Shinobi, for example, right? The side heavy finishers are undodgeable, the top is unblockable. We tried to go one step further with this hero. So we wanted to make sure that, first of all of our finishers had like kind of different, not necessarily different properties, but like our heavy finishers have different properties definitely depending on which stance you're picking.
Oh, okay.
And her light finishers have superior block, which we'll go into, really help you defend yourself in group fights, but be a little bit more aggressive doing it. So
Nice.
we really tried to have a lot of that picking what stance you're going to be doing kind of really matters, and having a big impact on how you play the character and what choices you make in what situations.
Nice. Well, I think it's about time we show a bit of that off, right?
Right?
So,
Yeah.
Leg
for
Joe.
Visibility, you're going to see some gameplay on screen. This is JC. If you notice the other Afeera, this is me as a punching bag. So I'm just here to take some hits and
Yeah.
JC.
So we're going to start with something that I really want to highlight because it's an amazing part of this hero. It's just the way she changes her stance, right?
Yes.
So you can look at from right to top. Like Vanessa, you want to talk to us a little bit about this?
Yeah, because the stance matter a lot for this character, we really take our time at mocap to design them in a way that
That's kind of cool how
they
she
look
holds
cool
it up in
and
the
they
air and
flow
it's actually in the
very
back of
well,
her
like
head.
top to right stance. It flows so well that we were like, usually it's really linear, the animation that we do, but for this character specifically, you have like, if you spam the change stance, because everybody does that, right? It kind of look cool, like top to right. It's kind of flowy, and I'm really proud of the change stance. Really,
Yeah.
it's because it's not really gameplay, but it's part of like everybody see the stances. It's the starting point really to start fighting. So we really wanted to design the silhouette and the stances
Yeah.
in a good way.
I find it really sells her agility as well.
yeah,
right? Like
just
the
you're just right
finesse
there, and
yeah.
you know already. Yeah.
Yeah, so that's really cool. All right, so we're gonna start with what are her chains openers, right? So she has normally lights, normal. As you can notice, her lights have
Bonk.
superior block, so that you can.
Hey, you
helps
heard the
to, like,
ting,
counter people that are
ting.
attacking. And she has heavies as well, right? So they always look super good. Here we have front dodge heavy. We have, if you want to put your life there,
I was just gonna be like, I'm about to die. No.
just so that, okay.
Now we're back.
We have side dodge heavies as well, right? So, again, really good stuff there.
Kind of reminds me of the
we
pirate
also have
side
a little
dodges.
something that's kind of new that we haven't really done before. We have a neutral bash that's feintable, right? So we have the rush like this. It's kind of slow, but
There's the bonk.
you can feint it.
We found the bonk.
Yeah, there's a
people.
bonk here, right? So
Okay,
you can feint it,
so they're
it's really good
doing-
at mixing up opponents.
This
with
is not new
range,
because we
doing a lot
saw
of
this
stuff that's
before with the
super
Conqueror
interesting.
rework
So that works really,
when
really well.
Conqueror was having
there's
kind of like a
other specific things we'll
feintable,
get into with that specific
bash.
bash.
So we've seen that before.
So one of the things
That
that's also
how she
really
does the
interesting is
bash,
that
jumps
for
in the
light
air and just
finishers
does that. That's
also
cool.
have superior block, right? You can kind of see it on the indicator there. So again, the idea is when you're in a group fight, when you're outnumbered, in a 1v1 situation, it's not the best tool, but in a group fight, it's super interesting, right? Because there's somebody trying to peel you off, trying to do something, block them, hit your current target, super good, really, really interesting stuff.
Nice.
But then, when you look at her heavies, so her right stance heavy is unblockable. Her top stance heavy is undodgeable, and her left stance heavy displaces. So if we go,
Oh, okay, I see where he's talking
see that
about.
it. Wait, we're gonna do it a little bit
Yeah,
more.
look those, look those.
It's gonna wall splat here, right? And I can get top heavy off. I can get like different things off. So again, we really want her to have like that choice here.
So
where
each
you get that
side
built-in
does a
mix-up
different
of,
thing.
I'm gonna do unblockable, doing undodgeable. She also has a bash in her chains that you can do
Ooh.
after any opener. He's
got a kick.
You can do it after dodge, do it after whatever you like.
And
So
it's a
that's
lot
super cool
different
there
from
as well.
everybody
You get
else's.
A lot of those mix-ups, all of that stuff is really built in.
She does like one kick.
But then you're gonna look at me, you're gonna say, you know what? This is just like
Bit
a
in the Kudo, right?
two-hit chain hero.
Yeah,
Kinda-
JC, when I look at this, I just see a two-hit chain here.
yeah, right.
What's up with that?
That's kind of weird, right?
A little bit.
So,
No.
what she can do is that after every single attack in her recovery, similar to what we have with some other heroes, you can do a recovery cancel.
Oh,
It's
there's
not
a cartwheel.
regular dodge
We saw
cancel,
that in the
right?
trailer.
It's a flip that she does, but you can see right now. And what's cool is that I'm doing it like just pressing dodge, right? But you can also do it sideways. You
Oh
can do
my
it
God.
front as well.
Oh, dude,
right?
that's so cool. Left,
just-
right,
That's
back,
That's what I see
forward.
from GC's like, let's have movement. And that's because the first time we did those transitions,
Yeah.
it was really cool to do. We did the back first, and it looked amazing.
So it's kind of like how
and we're
Shinobi does
I
his,
think,
you
I think at
know,
that time we like
his
oh,
attacks.
we
He
should
does
do it,
one
on the
attack,
side, 'cause
second
that-
attack,
when we
then
do play
jumps
session,
back.
We play and we're like, oh, I wish I can do
Well,
it
he
on
does
the
it.
side
Well,
as
he does a
well, so-
backflip.
So we
But here
start
she does a
allowing you to
somersault.
do it, and
Little bit
but the
different.
backflip was sliding, so we went back to mocap. I'm like, GC, stop hiding stuff. Like, but it looks so cool, and it's so fun to do it as well. Like when you do it, it's just so satisfying.
Yeah, it's super satisfying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so out of this backflip, here you have a knee here, like a little
Oh.
bash that goes pretty quick, goes pretty far.
That's
works
like the
really
pirate
well.
knee.
You can also do it off of a side one if you want. You can do it off of a front one. You can do it at any point you want here.
Dang,
that's super
dude,
interesting as
the-
well.
the new
what's
characters
cool
are
with this that, you know,
acrobatic
really using a lot of stuff like
as
target
heck, dude.
swapping, deciding what direction you're going to go in when you flip, when you do things. It really, really helps her move around the battlefield. And that works really, really well. The next thing I want to really highlight is after any single one of her bashes, so if they are like kick or knee based bashes, so after this one or after this one, you get a guaranteed light or a guaranteed heavy finisher that keeps the properties that we have when you're doing them normally, right?
Oh my.
So if I go, it might sound a bit weird to go like this and go, oh, this is unblockable. But still, it works really, really well, and it works here as well, right? I can do top, I can go this one that displaces again, and whenever it's off of shield-based bashes,
Oh,
it's the same logic here, right?
Okay.
And what's really interesting here is, I don't know if you've noticed, and Vanessa can talk about it, right? When I'm doing your heavy finishers normally, they look like this. If I do them after kick, they look completely different, even though they have the same properties. And if I do them after a bash, they also look different,
Yes.
right? So you want to walk us through this?
Yeah, because we designed them to be like you have your shield more in your presence as well. Like when we design, and we wanted to have like variety of animation in just to like let you like guide you through the chain that you want to do. So and for this character specifically, like the shield, yes, she has a shield. She's not the first one to have a shield, but technically the shield is a weapon.
Yeah.
And like in how it's made, it's used as a weapon. So that's why when you bash and maybe do something else with it, but the shield is really like
Yeah, she uses the shield a lot differently than everybody else
and I
in
like
the
the design,
roster.
like the nook. Like
Yeah,
the
that little
little
nook.
hooks,
Oh,
like,
yeah.
and we use it in the stance as well. Like
Right, yeah, if you switch from that side to the other side there, you see that kind of she pushes the mace out.
Yeah, as soon as we saw it in the design, at first we're like, oh my god, we're gonna use that in the guard break and like all those kind of moves. We're gonna use it. So we evolved, like the whole team evolved and adapt. It was really fun to do.
Yeah,
Because there's even something about that in the guard break itself too, right?
yeah, when you guard break, she kind of punches with the shield.
I love that animation.
Isolate your face to
Yeah.
some damage.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like she gets it right in the hook. So yeah,
It looks super, super cool.
Nice.
She also has a regular, pretty fast zone attack from neutral. That also counts as an opener, so you can fix afterwards. You can flip afterwards if you want.
Yeah.
Man, dude, I just
She has a running
that
attack.
freaking cartwheel just looks so freaking awesome.
Again, counts as an opener.
Oh, that
So
reminded me of the
everything kinda counts as an
Valkyrie
opener, so
spin
that works
attack.
really, really well, and that's cool. I think like even her like the way she runs, she looks super interesting here. Like I really like the way that works.
Yeah.
And then there's another little trick. I'm gonna show people, right?
Go, okay.
So,
Oh,
you know, like I was talking about Relentless Reach.
Right, like
Right.
I'm so far away, right?
Super far.
what's he gonna show?
I can't get
Right, like I'm gonna
What is he gonna show?
hit you with a light or
Safe
whatever I
over
can.
here.
But wait, if I try to do that neutral bash, this is what happens.
Oh yeah.
Oh
Runs
my
towards the
god.
opponent And then hits them with her shield.
She's
right?
doing the charge.
So this is super cool. That's what we mean by Relentless Reach, that she can really run towards her opponent. Even while you're running, you can move around a little bit. So if your opponents are on a corner, you can kind of like curve around the corner,
Oh,
have that good stuff going.
It's
You
so
can-
fun to pull out this.
Oh yeah, it's super cool. You can feint that run at any point during the run, so you can crazy if you want.
Jesus, you can
can
parry
also
that too,
cancel
man?
it
Oh
with
my
a
god.
flip. So you can go like this, whoop, or
It's a lot different than Warlord's shield charge.
you can cancel it with a flip. I can cancel it with like a side flip if I want to. I can do like whatever I'd like here. So it's interesting to really have like that sort of control here and really go into running and what I want to do, what's going to happen. And we wanted to give her options when she's running so that if there's opponents nearby that try to hit you out of it, you can anticipate it, do a flip, try to avoid them, feint block, do whatever you like. That works super, super well. It's very, very cool there. And I think her run, like it's a bit similar to, like, you know, we have a Orochi that runs like this a little bit, but it looks so different and the outcome is really strong.
Yeah, because she's looking at you, and she has her shield like in front, because she's still like she's tactical, like it's part of her character. So she's like, she knows where she's going, and like don't let her reach you, because
It's a doom train coming
Yeah.
your way right there. So yeah.
She also has superior block dodges, so you can see the shield flashing here
Oh,
on the top. And then you're going to do me a top attack?
I would do that.
Like that again.
Ah,
And so when you hit guard break, when you successfully block with this, you get a shield bash.
she bonked me again. So many bonks.
That leads to those heavy finishers that are faster as well. It comes from a shield, so you get the shield variant of those attacks
exactly,
as well.
yeah.
Wow.
So we really want to have like that, a lot of cohesion there, and have that aspect really, really like shine through, and have this. So that's really, really cool. You want to show a couple of emotes, maybe?
I mean, sure, if we want to do a little
Hey.
handstand there. That's honestly my favorite one. I'm glad I got this character.
Yeah. It looks really
Just
amazing.
styling.
That's right. She's showing off her skill, right?
Yeah.
Now Vanessa, from an animation standpoint and mocap, like did you actually had the mocap actor
Yeah, you
doing
did that.
handstands?
I mean, we might have cheated a little bit and hold him in place, to be honest.
Cheater!
You know, we do what we can.
But with her, I mean, she's
How dare
flipping a
you
lot.
cheat.
So the guys has to do flipping for like 8 hours stuff.
Yeah, at some point.
It's pretty tiring just to look at them. So I don't even like imagine like just doing them, you know. So
Seems exhausting. Oh.
Yeah, we have a little flip of the mace here.
yeah, showing off.
Slightly different. Showing out the celestial sphere there. That's really
Hey.
cool.
Got some good spam here. I like it.
Yeah.
Actually,
Alright.
we when we do the animation, we we look at the spam. Huh? We
Oh
look
my
at
God.
how
Yeah,
they-
we really do, yeah.
Yeah, we try
Why
to
did that
make it,
remind me
it
of,
doesn't
oh my
often,
God, what is
come out
that
like,
dance
cool, but
move
when
called?
they do, it's satisfying.
Yes, just so you know, chat, like we do consider
Oh my
emote
God,
spam
that dance
in the
move
creation
was
of
in.
new
in
emotes.
I love those
well,
videos. I love
a
them.
lot of people in my high school
Yeah, and
was
so
doing
with
that
the
dance
mocap
move,
with
and I
this,
forgot what it was
a
freaking
lot of new
called.
animations, a lot of
Yes.
variety.
I'm happy I don't remember.
I really
Because
like the
that-
way that she's fluid, how she moves,
That
how
dance
she, like,
move
you know,
was
their
kind
stances, the
of
attacks,
annoying
was
when people
really,
were
really
doing it.
cool.
Because she has a lot of attack, but it means a lot of transition as well.
Yeah.
And this is always the not the bane of my existence, but every time JC came to my desk and like, yeah, we might want to add something or change something. I'm like, oh my god, all those transitions that we have to do. So,
Yeah.
but we adapt and we try to find the
Yeah,
best.
we do
Like,
what we got to do. But
yeah, exactly.
And then I go see her and go, this needs to be 400 ms.
Oh
and
my
it was
god.
6.
Oh my god, yes. We'll see later with the feet, but yeah, we'll talk about it.
Yeah. All right. So let's go have a quick look at the feats. Vanessa, you want to talk to us a little bit more about like?
Do you want to do execution right now? Or?
We're gonna do executions afterwards.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
so
then we
if
can
you wanna
see
just,
the
like,
executions.
Talk a little bit
Awesome.
about more like the process that you guys have for like
Yes.
from when we're doing mocap and like design for the animation.
Yeah, exactly. So the first time we go to mocap, because we go to mocap often to adapt to the design of because it evolves obviously, and we the first time we go we do navigation first, really to show the personality of a character. We always do the navigation because it represents the core personality. Like with the idol breaker, when you wait a little bit longer, you're gonna see her like personality show through and. Yeah, so we do like basic, like opener, finisher, like those basic attack. Because at that point, it's so early in the process that sometimes it's not even fleshed out yet how, like, it's gonna evolve, like the transition, like we were saying, like she's gonna move that way or that way. So we have to go back to adapt and adjust the timing and all the transition and everything. So obviously all the execution for every character, it's
For
always
sure.
like that. But execution, emote, podium, it's all
Yeah,
mocap.
yeah.
And yeah, but we have to think in advance, like with all the concept. We give the concept to the mocap actors so they feel inspired. Give them a little backstory as well. So
Yeah.
I'll
No,
get into it.
Our mocap guys are
they're
absolutely
crazy good.
amazing.
Crazy good.
Yeah.
Yeah, and if you and again, like I've seen the list, people. Like I've seen the list of animations, like everything they have
Yeah,
to like
I
they
know.
go through. It's insane. The amount,
Yeah.
the amount those poor actors like just running for hours.
Yeah, when you do the run, because the run is pretty low, and
Yeah.
I think we
that
did
was
some,
rough. Yeah.
we did some take when he was just lying on the he was leaning on a like couch thingy, and he was just trying to run because she's so low. Then it's hard to mocap. So obviously, the animators, as soon as they get the data, they can adjust it to make it like natural in a way and to make it feel good. And there's a lot of camera work as well that we have to adjust to make it feel good as well.
Yeah.
So,
That's super cool. All right, so let's have a quick look.
I really
at
enjoy
Feats,
them talking
finish
about
our
this
little
stuff.
setup here.
I know some people
So
will find
just,
it boring, but for me, I'm
cooldowns,
really
we're in
interested
Dominion. The feed cooldowns are set to
when
fast.
it comes to them talking about
So don't rely on
what
this
happens
feed
behind
cooldown.
the scenes.
But that's what it is. So we have 4 feats right on Afeera. The first one is a nice little kick like this.
Oh,
grabs,
dang.
throw,
Oh,
right?
whoa.
This is 500 ms from neutral. Not a lot of
Jesus.
range,
She's
but still
breakdancing. Did you
very,
see
very,
that?
Very strong. Really hard to react to, and it looks absolutely amazing. I don't know if you want to
I'll do it. Yeah, I'll do it.
Yeah,
I'll
do
do
it.
it. Yeah. Hi-ya.
Right. So
Dang,
a
she
lot of
did like
ways-
a
It
back
was
kick, then
impressive
she
to
did
see
a freaking
that
twirl.
live.
That was
Oh, yeah.
cool,
like
dude.
our actor did that for like in front of us, and
Yeah.
we were like,
just straight up.
okay, cut. I think we got it. It was so cool to. I think it's just really amazing to do. But obviously they don't do it. And how many ms it is?
It's 500 ms, so it's very, very fast.
They don't do it in 500 ms. They do it like they don't want to hurt themselves, obviously. So
Obviously, yeah.
that's when we like have to adjust it and to make it like readable and understandable. It has to fit with like the characters. So
Yeah, no, and we're
it's so
like
cool.
a lot of people on the dev team are like big fans of wrestling and stuff. And we really
Hey!
that agility
How
there,
did you
right?
know that? I mean,
Awesome.
Yes.
Right.
Awesome.
But it's I find it super
That's
interesting
awesome.
that we have like
Hey,
a lot more.
I don't know if you guys know,
agility,
but
just
for
doing
me,
moves
I
and
am a
it-
wrestling
like, I'll do it
fan.
again,
I've been
I'll
watching
do it.
wrestling, I've been a fan of wrestling
It
ever
reflects
since I
the
was a
character.
little
She's
kid.
agile and she's
So,
tactical. She
that
knows
right
exactly what to do
there,
with her body to
I'm happy about that. The
flip
developers said
So feat
that
two
they were wrestling
is, a
fans.
defensive feat.
That
So
that right
whenever
there
feat
puts a
two is
smile on
moving
my
at the back,
face.
you gain,
Um,
defense
Hopefully
bonus.
we get more
First,
executions
second,
that has to
you
do
can
with
sell the
wrestling
shoulders here.
moves
How it
in the
lasts,
future,
so
maybe.
you get a little bit of
I mean, we
defense, so,
we
again,
got
she
one,
lands
you
a lot of
know,
bashes, a lot of hit
last
percent
year
on
with, of
bashes.
course, with
So we
the
wanted to
the
make sure
German
to give her, like, a
suplex
bit more
one.
of reward,
So hopefully we
when
can
she
get
does-
another
when she
one
does perform
in the
and it gives you
future,
a bit more safety in group fights as well.
I really want to see somebody do
and
like
I noticed the green glow also came off.
like kind of like a
too.
tombstone power drive on
So-
somebody.
so
Oh, that'd be
Feat
so
1,
freaking
counts
cool.
as a bash. Feat also counts as a bash.
Oh.
Just for now. So
That
Feat 3,
dude,
I'm
that put
gonna
a
do
smile
it
on my
from far
face
away
when
'cause we can do
when the
it
developer
from
said
away.
that.
So Feat 3 is another part of our relentless
That's really
reach
awesome, dude.
aspect. So when you pop it, you run towards your opponent, kick them, throw up to the floor,
Jesus.
and then you get a guaranteed heavy effort. I didn't land it, obviously, because I'm not good.
She rushed
But
and then she did a
that's the whole point
hurricanrana.
here, right? So, and then when she does it too, Nolan's gonna be able to do
I
it
will,
for
I
me.
will
And
do
have
I'm
a
gonna
look at
mash
her.
heavy. I'm gonna
Yeah,
mash
and
heavy.
do her. Look at her guard indicators. You see that she had full block during the entire
this-
duration of that run.
Dude,
And so when you
the
point
brand new
blank,
hero
you can actually react to some attacks
is-
with it.
man.
Block them as you're doing the feat, and grab your opponent.
She's
do that.
starting
It's
to
really
do
good.
wrestling
It should be
moves,
good
and
for
now
getting
I'm
setups. You can do a lot of different
oh my
things.
god, dude,
That's-
I'm getting such a big smile on
The
my
first story
face
with that
seeing
one
this.
was we did the first feed first, like
Yeah.
a mocap.
Oh yeah.
Put it in a game, tried it, and we're like, oh my god, that's so cool. That looks
What's
so cool.
next? A Frankensteiner?
And, I think it was yours, Stefan. I don't remember.
That would be
like,
so freaking
"Ooh,
awesome
another
if she
one?"
did it. Dude.
Like, okay, let's go back to mocap.
Yeah,
let's
let's
do another one, and we did another one. Like one of them, I think moved forward, the other one moved back.
Yeah, yeah.
the
So
opponent.
when one of them hits, like you
Displacement, yeah.
push your opponent backwards from you, and then the other one keeps your opponent in front of you. So really, I have that kind of like change there.
And I think it was that. I think it's the third one that at first was. I think the data was like 3,000 ms.
Oh, yeah,
something
it was
really
slow.
long. Because
Took a little
it's
bit.
kind of long
yeah.
to do, and GC was like, it has to be like. I think at first it was like super fast, and I'm like, GC, you have to give me a little bit of
Yeah, you know, a little bit of
there.
a thing, but
Because it's so hard. Because it's always like it's part of our job really to make it work. It has to look good, but it has to make sense in gameplay as well. Because that's we deserve like with deserving gameplay through the animation. It
Yeah.
has to make sense. Has to be balanced as well.
Yeah.
So it's really like support each other and come up with something cool.
okay. And then I'm gonna show off the last feat, which is feat 4. We can't show it off
To its full
to
extent.
its full extent,
Yeah.
but basically she throws her shield.
Oh,
When it hits the opponent, leaves them with a defense debuff, as you can see right now. The trick with this is that it deals damage, debuffs defense, and it bounces around targets. Kind of like similar to what Pirate has with her third feat.
Yeah, the
oh,
Yeah, the ricochet.
wow!
So
Oh,
it
so
kinda
that's why
bounces around,
he said that he
debuffs
couldn't
everybody
show
hits,
like
deals damage
40.
everybody hits.
So when
Super cool
somebody
looking,
gets
everybody
hit
like
with
that.
the with
I
the
think that was
shield,
first feat that we had in,
not
like,
only
yeah,
will it hit the
guaranteed
person,
assist.
but it will
yeah.
bounce
And-
around somebody
like,
else.
I think
it's
Oh,
in the trailer.
dude,
I'm gonna throw
that's
it.
something.
Yeah.
Like, so-
That is
like an
something from
awesome
Captain
yeah.
America or Wonder Woman.
So, right, that's it for feats. Let's look at executions, right? So I'm gonna.
oh man, I can't wait
Kill
to see
Nolan here.
that.
You're gonna thank you for gently killing.
Oh, we're gonna see
Right.
executions. Oh, sweet.
Yeah, I love that you're thinking of me.
Yeah. So we have this execution here.
Oh,
Showing off the agility there, super,
You know what
super well.
she's doing, right?
Yeah.
that was a quick one.
I'll
Not
look at it,
bad.
It's okay, and I'm okay.
I like the flip of the
Okay.
shield.
And I'm okay.
Special developer powers. All right. So I'm gonna.
Do the other one.
The other one.
Oh, so many bonks.
Jesus,
So many bonks. Right. So again,
that's a
like
pure
showing off a lot
beatdown.
of this agility.
Yeah.
I think I have the other ones equipped for me as well. I don't know.
Yeah, I think you have all of them.
I should have all of them. Yeah. Ooh.
Yeah. Oh, this one's cool.
Oh, so good.
Jeez.
A lot of inspiration.
Using the shield.
Yeah,
okay.
that's it.
Oh my god, that reminded me of another wrestling
Control your
move.
opponents.
Oh
So
my god, I forgot what that move was
Yeah.
called. But it's basically you hook
finally-
somebody on their arm, then you basically turn them around, and then you do a pin.
Ah, okay.
That's what it reminds me of. I forgot what the name of that wrestling move was called.
Damn.
Oh, look at you combo. You're
You're
swagging
showing
on
off,
me.
Casey. You're
Swagging on me.
Oh, I like that
Right,
slow mo.
Oh, and she
We-
kicks it up. She
Yeah,
kicks
she
it up.
kicks it up. Like, just that little part there, like, is
She's
amazing.
flipping over your body.
Yeah.
Not bad. The execution's not bad.
So that's pretty much it in terms of fight kit and feats, emotes, executions, all sorts of good stuff. So yeah, I think Nolan,
I,
we're gonna talk about.
well, I just wanted to keep playing. I'm sorry. I'll set the controller down now. I'm just trying to. I love
Yeah.
the handstand. So fun. Wow. Yeah. No. Sorry. One more week. One more week.
It's
and
fun
we
to
can
play when, because I'm not as good as GC when I play the game, but
Damn.
it's fun to play when you're like not as good, but you feel really good.
Yeah.
She has so much option, even
Yeah.
if it's simple, it has
Yeah.
a lot of option. And when you're really good, it's the best comment we got during a play session was, "I die, but it was really cool."
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
yes, cool.
Yeah, you-
That
I
doesn't
think-
happen often.
Right, yeah, and I think you get the sense like with all of that, like you could put that whole kit together in so many different ways,
Yeah.
right? Yeah, so that's
I love that.
cool.
That's it. You really can afford to be creative, and nobody plays Afeera the same.
Mm-hmm.
We saw it when we were playing. Some people really do like a lot of flips. Some people do a little bit less, and then like they try to do like side flips. Some people like try to focus on I'm going to hit this person, target swap, flip into that towards that person, do other things. So there's a lot of that like personality that can shine through as a player. while
Yeah,
playing this hero. So
it's easy after that to know, like, oh, this person, they're using the shield a lot, so
Yeah.
it's easy to
Yeah.
kind of know in which way they
Yeah,
go.
yeah.
So I mean, even though she's like got the super unique move kit stuff, right, for people out there who are already playing for Honor, like, is there like a close parallel that maybe you could equate her to for people who are wondering?
I think like as we've seen a bit, there's there's the running, there's those stances. I think if you play Shinobi already, she's kind of a natural fit. Like she has similar tools in terms of like the flip. Like Shinobi can flip, obviously. Like has different types of mix-ups, but it's really the idea is if you play Shinobi, you should be right at home. If you play Orochi with the running or Shaman with the running, you're right at home. You know how to use these tools already. They're just more accessible with her. And they're also a little bit different, but you can get into that. And so we really wanted to have like that kind of feeling of, well, there's some of the more agile heroes that we have. How do we translate this into a shield hero that does not have a traditional full block stance, right? Usually when we have shield heroes, except for Gladiator.
Oh, yeah, he's right.
Shield,
The brand new
we
hero
have, like,
doesn't have a
big
full
block
block
stance, right?
stance.
And so even though she does have a shield,
Well,
we want that shield to be
the
part of her
Gladiator
moveset,
doesn't have one
and
too, but
not
he
necessarily
has
like
a shield though.
big defensive shield, right? So that's like that's a big part.
Yeah.
For that. So I think like
Yeah,
at least
the brand new hero
Shinobi,
doesn't have a
Orochi,
full block
Shaman,
stance.
These types of more agile heroes.
Well,
really
I probably
with
should
her.
say that because the Kyoshin has a full block
Which is
stance,
on dodge cancel.
and he doesn't have a shield.
Cool. And how do you see her fitting into like the team comp for like competitive play or
Yeah.
just online?
So
Where do you see that?
What's interesting is that she has a lot of tools to stall with her flips. She has a lot of tools to deal a lot of damage in 1v1 with like hitting and wall sliding people. So there's a lot of those things where it's like she fits, I think, into team competitions where if you want to have somebody that's going to be good at stalling a point, somebody that's going to be good at doing 1v1s, a little bit good in group fights, having that aspect there of being able to, well, she's kind of well-rounded in those aspects. So, and it's a big part of the meta right now. It's stalling, doing like really keeping a point, making sure that you can keep somebody on a point and have them stall there while their teammates come, help them when a bunch of people come. So there's a lot of that stuff there. And she's also an excellent ganker with her feats. Like those feats that, keep you pinned for a long time, flip you around, that sort of stuff. You have an ally nearby to get a free heavy all the time.
Yeah.
Good there.
That's awesome. Well, very cool. And I mean, do you have any other tips maybe for players coming in next week when they first get their hands on Afeera? Like, what tips do you want to impart on them?
I think one of the things I'd like to say is like she has all those dodge cancels, right? But they're not regular dodge cancels. They go into like something really unique and specific, and a lot of that can make you predictable. And that's the big thing here is that we don't like if you're playing with Afeera quite a bit. And you start to do that all the time against people, you start to become predictable. And because you become predictable, you become a lot easier to beat. So I would say really focus on the fact that she has a lot of different options to force your opponents to make reads on you. We're really pushing the game into a more like we want players to read their opponents more, which is different from guessing. But the big thing is that you really have to keep being unpredictable at all times. And when you're fighting her, it's a matter of looking at her, looking at the player that's playing Afeera and going, okay, so what are their patterns? What are they doing? What are they repeating all the time? And what can I beat? We've taken a big care into making sure that things were still punishable. If you make correct reads, you do get punishes, you do get a lot of stuff out of it. But I'm going to leave that for players to find out. There's a couple of other like little cute things that we didn't go into that I'd rather players find it out more organically. And
we can't just tell you all of this.
Exactly,
Sorry,
right?
you got to discover it for yourselves.
There's no more moves, but there's like there might be something like I wasn't expecting this and that.
Gotcha.
So I would say like really go explore, try to see like and develop your own play style with her. Which is, like super interesting for that.
Cool.
And start to learn running because she's
Start to
gonna
learn.
If
she
you
runs
play
quite a bit.
against an
Oh
Afeera,
yeah.
Yeah.
start to
Well, I was gonna say, like, what can I do to defend against Afeera? Because I can't run away now. 'Cause she's gonna chase me.
Right. So you have to face her head on.
It's like the shaman
Ah, all
chasing
right, all
after you.
Do correct reads. That's
Do correct. Well, I'm in trouble then. That's for sure. Okay. Well, very cool. Well, thank you so much to both of you for coming here and sharing with everybody here. The first gameplay look at Afeera, going over the animations. Is there anything you want to kind of say, like to
Well,
community?
first, I want to thank Francis, who's probably watching from home right now. He's on a well-deserved vacation. Who worked super hard on this hero. The entire fight team always works on every single hero, right? We're all doing this as a big group, along with Vanessa's team on animation. But Francis was responsible for this hero, and like props to him. She is amazing, super fun to play, really, really good job. And then Vanessa's team did an absolutely crazy job on this hero. Like we're all super proud of it. We have audio with Carl that also like she sounds amazing too. Like it's not super obvious. You know, we're just playing now doing stuff, but as we play her, you'll see that she's like everything sounds great.
It's really a team effort. Like,
Yeah, it's a massive
all
team
across
effort.
the board.
Congrats to the entire team. We all did amazing. And
Yeah, I want to congrats the animators that work on it, like Ricardo, Nawel, and Kadem. Same, we're a bunch of animators as well, and we help each other, like debugging at the end and wrapping up everything. But congrats! It's so cool to see like her fleshed out, like, and everybody's working together. It's pretty amazing.
That's awesome.
Really, really proud.
Well, that's wonderful to hear. That's amazing for real. And yeah, big shout outs again just to everybody who worked so hard to bring her to life. And thank you both so much for coming and showing off all this amazing stuff for the team here. So we're going to have to transition, but stick around because you're going to get some more screen time with JC, who's going to go over all the patch notes for his 2014.
Oh, we got patch notes.
Yeah, so we look forward to that, and we'll see you soon. So don't go anywhere.